Beloved child, the day is laying itself down now, and I am inviting you to do the same. You have carried much since the morning light first touched your eyes. You have answered, you have labored, you have worried, you have hoped, and you have held more than your shoulders were ever meant to hold. But the night has not come to accuse you. The night has come as a gift from my hand. A quiet door I have opened so that you may step out of striving and into rest. Hear my voice as it moves softly through the stillness, gentler than the closing of evening over the hills. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. As it is written in Matthew 11:28, I do not ask you to climb to me through your own strength. I ask you only to come, just as you are, with your tiredness still upon you, and to let me carry what you can no longer carry alone. There are burdens you have been holding so long that you have forgotten they were ever set down. They have grown into your hands like an old habit, and even now, as your body longs to rest, your mind still grips them out of fear that no one else will hold them while you sleep. But beloved child, I never asked you to keep the world turning through the night. I am already keeping it. I was keeping it before you woke this morning, and I will keep it long after you have closed your eyes. Cast all your anxiety on me, because I care for you. As it is written in 1 Peter 5:7, that word cast does not mean to carry your worry to me and then take it back again. It means to release it fully, to let it fall from your hands into mine, and to trust that mine are strong enough to hold what crushed you. Let me show you how to lay these burdens down, one by one, the way a traveler sets down a heavy pack at the end of a long road. The thing that was said today that wounded you, lay it down. The thing you wish you had said and did not, lay it down. The fear about tomorrow that keeps circling your mind like a bird that will not settle, lay it down. The face of someone you love and cannot fix, lay it down into my hands, for I love them more than you do, and I am awake beside them too. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. As it is written in Psalm 55:22, I will not let you fall. There is no weight you can hand me that will make my arms grow tired. There is no sorrow you can pour out that will overflow my mercy. Beloved child, you have lived too long believing that you must understand everything before you can rest. You have believed that peace is something you must earn after all the problems are solved, all the questions answered, all the loose threads tied. But that kind of rest would never come, for the threads of this life are never all gathered up at once. So I am teaching you a deeper rest, the rest that comes not when the storm ends, but when you finally trust the one who is in the boat with you. Remember how my son slept in the stern of the boat while the wind rose and the waves rolled over the sides. The disciples were terrified, certain they would drown, while he lay sleeping with his head upon a cushion. They woke him, crying out, Do you not care that we are perishing? As told in Mark 4:38. Yet he was not asleep because he did not care. He was asleep because he knew the wind and the sea belonged to his Father, and a child who trusts his Father can sleep even while the storm is loud. I am inviting you into that same sleep tonight, not the sleep of someone who has nothing to fear, but the sleep of someone who has learned where to place their fear. The waves around your life may still be moving, the wind of your circumstances may still be loud, but I am in the boat with you, and I have never once been overwhelmed by anything that has overwhelmed you. When the time was right, he rose and spoke to the storm, and there was a great calm, and the same voice that stilled the sea is now speaking peace over the waters of your soul. Be still, my child, be still, and let the calm settle over you like the surface of a lake when the wind has finally gone to rest. Be still, and know that I am God, as it is written in Psalm 46:10. Notice that I did not say, Be busy, and know that I am God. I did not say, Solve everything and then you will know that I am God. I said, Be still. In the stillness, the noise of your worries begins to fade, and beneath that noise you begin to hear something you had forgotten was there. The steady sound of my presence, faithful and unhurried, like a heartbeat you cannot hear until the room grows quiet. Let your breathing slow. Let your shoulders lower. Let the tightness in your chest begin to loosen, like a fist that has been clenched all day, finally opening to rest. I am not going anywhere. There is nothing you must finish before you are allowed to rest in me. Beloved child, I know the kind of tiredness you carry, because I have watched my servants carry it before you. Remember the prophet Elijah, who had stood so boldly upon the mountain, who had seen fire fall from heaven, and yet afterward fled into the wilderness so exhausted and afraid that he sat down beneath a broom tree and asked to die. He was not a weak man. He was a man who had given everything and had nothing left. And how did I answer his despair? I did not rebuke him. I did not lecture him about his lack of faith. I let him sleep, as told in 1 Kings 19. And while he slept, I sent an angel who touched him gently and gave him bread to eat and water to drink. Then I let him sleep again and fed him a second time. Only after he had rested and eaten did I speak to him about what came next. Do you see how tenderly I deal with the weary? I do not demand that you rise and perform before I have let you rest. I do not pour my instructions upon an exhausted soul. First I give rest. First I give nourishment. First I let you sleep beneath the shelter of my care, and only then, when your strength has returned, do I lead you gently toward the road ahead. So if you have come to this night feeling as Elijah felt, with nothing left and no strength to give, hear me clearly. I am not disappointed in you. I am drawing near to feed you and to give you sleep. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. As it is written in Isaiah 40:29, let this night be the bread and the water for your soul. Let it be the place where your depleted strength is quietly restored by my hand. Beloved child, perhaps the hardest thing for you to believe is that you are safe enough to let go. The watchfulness you carry has become a kind of armor, and you fear that if you set it down even for a moment, everything will fall apart. But I want you to understand something that will change the way you rest. I never close my eyes. Behold, he who watches over you will neither slumber nor sleep. As it is written in Psalm 121:3 and 4, while you sleep, I am awake. While your eyes are closed, mine are open over your life, your home, the people you love, and the things you cannot control. The watch does not end when you fall asleep. The watch simply passes from your tired hands into mine, and I do not grow weary, and I do not grow distracted, and I do not look away. So you do not have to keep guard tonight. You do not have to lie awake holding the night together with your worry. The God who never sleeps has taken the watch, and you are free to lay your head down and close your eyes. I lay down and slept. I woke again because the Lord sustained me, as it is written in Psalm 3:5. That is the testimony I am writing into your life. You will lie down, and you will sleep, and you will wake again. And the reason you wake is not your own striving, but my sustaining. I am the one who carries you through the unconscious hours when you cannot carry yourself. I am the one who holds your breath steady when your mind is too far in sleep to think of breathing. Remember Jacob, who lay down in a lonely place with only a stone for a pillow, fleeing from his brother, uncertain of his future, alone beneath the open sky. He had nothing to comfort him but the hard ground. And while he slept, I gave him a dream of a ladder reaching from the earth to heaven, with angels ascending and descending upon it, and I stood above it and spoke my promise over his sleeping form. When he awoke, he said, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." As told in Genesis 28, Beloved child, I am in this place too, the place where you are lying down tonight, even if you cannot see me, even if it feels lonely, even if the ground beneath you feels hard. Heaven is not far from where you rest your head. The distance between your weary heart and my presence is thinner than you think, thin as the veil between sleeping and waking. While you sleep, I am at work. Remember that the first deep sleep in all of Scripture was the sleep I gave to Adam, and while he slept, I was forming something good. As told in Genesis 2, he did not have to stay awake to make it happen. He simply rested, and I did the work that he could never have done for himself. So it is with you. There are things in your life that you have been trying to force into being through sheer effort and sleeplessness, things you believe will only happen if you keep striving. But some of my finest work I do while my children sleep. Lay down your effort tonight, and trust that the one who never slumbers is shaping good things in the quiet in ways your striving could never accomplish. He grants sleep to those he loves, as it is written in Psalm 127:2. Sleep is not the absence of my work. Sleep is the place where I work and you finally rest. Beloved child, let your sleep tonight be sweet, not troubled, not shallow, not haunted by the things that chased you through the day. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. As it is written in Proverbs 3:24, I am pulling the fear out from beneath your pillow. I am smoothing the place where you lie. The dread that has been waiting to meet you in the dark has no authority here, for I am here, and where I am, fear cannot rule. Let me cover you the way a parent draws the blanket up over a sleeping child, tucking it gently around the shoulders so that no cold can reach them through the night. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. As it is written in Psalm 91:4, picture yourself drawn in beneath the shelter of my wings, warm, hidden, held, with the great soft darkness of my care closing gently around you. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. As it is written in Psalm 4:8, notice the word alone. Not the locked door, not the careful planning, not the savings set aside, not the precautions you took, good as those things may be. You alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Your true safety has never rested on the things you can control. It has always rested on me, and I have not changed since the evening I first held the stars in place. I am still the one who makes you dwell in safety, and that safety reaches into the deepest hours of the night when you are most defenseless, most unguarded, most asleep. You can rest because your security was never yours to maintain. It was always mine to give. Beloved child, I want to teach you that peace is possible even when your circumstances have not changed at all. Remember Peter, asleep in prison the night before he was to be executed, bound with 2 chains, sleeping between 2 soldiers, with guards before the door, as told in Acts 12. By every earthly measure, that was the worst night of his life, the eve of his death, and yet he was so deeply at rest that the angel I sent had to strike him on the side to wake him. How could a man sleep peacefully on the night before his execution? Because his peace did not come from his circumstances. His peace came from his trust in the one who held his life, whether in death or in deliverance. And while he slept that impossible sleep, I was sending my angel to set him free. You may be lying down tonight with chains of your own, with circumstances that have not loosened, with a situation that looks, by every visible measure, like it should rob you of all rest. But I am offering you Peter's peace, the peace that sleeps soundly even between the soldiers, because it trusts the God who works in the night. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. As it is written in Isaiah 26:3, perfect peace is not the peace of a perfect situation. It is the peace of a steadfast mind fixed upon a faithful God. Fix your mind on me now, not on the chains, not on the soldiers, not on the locked door of your circumstance, but on me, and let perfect peace come and rest upon you like the deep, untroubled sleep of a man whom God was already in the process of saving. Beloved child, I know there are sorrows that feel heaviest at night. The day keeps you occupied, but the night uncovers the grief you have been outrunning, and the tears come when there is no longer any noise to drown them. I see those tears. I have counted every one, and I want you to hear a promise that has held my children through the darkest nights of history. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. As it is written in Psalm 35, the night is real, and the weeping is real, and I am not asking you to pretend otherwise. But the night is not the end of the story. The night is the place the morning is coming toward. Even now, while you cannot see it, the dawn is already on its way to you, faithful and unhurried, and it will not fail to arrive. There is a renewal waiting for you on the other side of this sleep that you cannot manufacture for yourself. His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is his faithfulness. As it is written in Lamentations 3:22 and 23. Do you hear the rhythm of that mercy? New every morning, not earned, not stored up from yesterday, not running low because you used too much. Every single morning, my compassion arrives fresh and full, like manna that could not be hoarded but had to be gathered new each day. Whatever you lacked today, whatever ran dry in you, whatever you spent down to nothing, there is a new supply waiting for you when you wake, gathered fresh by my faithfulness while you slept. You do not have to carry tomorrow's strength into tonight. Tomorrow's mercy will be there in the morning, new and untouched, waiting for you. So let the weeping have its night if it must, but do not let it convince you that it is permanent. You are not falling asleep at the end of all things. You are falling asleep at the edge of a morning you cannot yet see. And just as surely as the sun has risen over every dark night that has ever come upon this world, my faithfulness will rise over you. Those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. As it is written in Psalm 126:5, the tears you carry into this sleep are not wasted. They are seeds, and while you rest, I am tending the ground where they fell, and in a season you cannot yet see, they will rise as joy. Beloved child, let me speak to the part of you that is afraid of the dark itself, the part that has always felt smaller and more vulnerable when the light goes out. There is a valley that every soul must walk through, and the shadow of it falls deepest at night. But hear what my servant David sang, who knew the dark valleys well. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. As it is written in Psalm 23:4. He did not say there was no valley. He did not say the shadow was not real. He said he would not fear. And the reason he gave was simple and enough, for you are with me. The presence of the shepherd does not remove the valley, but it removes the fear, because the one walking beside you in the dark has walked through every darkness there is and has never once been lost in it. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. As it is written in Psalm 23:1-3. Notice that the shepherd makes the sheep lie down. The sheep do not always know how to rest on their own. They are restless, watchful, easily frightened, prone to wandering even when they are exhausted. And so the shepherd leads them to a place of green grass and still water, a place where there is nothing to fear and everything they need, and there he settles them down. Tonight, I am that shepherd, and I am leading you to lie down. I am bringing you beside the quiet waters where the noise of your day cannot reach. Let me refresh your soul. Let me settle the restlessness that has kept you wandering long after your body wanted to rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light, as it is written in Matthew 11:29-30. The yoke I offer you is not another task added to your tired shoulders. It is the opposite, a way of living that finally lets you rest, because I carry the weight beside you, matched to your pace, never pulling faster than you can go. Learn from me, I said, for I am gentle. There is nothing harsh in the way I am drawing you towards sleep tonight. There is no demand, no pressure, no impatience. Only gentleness, the gentleness of one who knows exactly how tired you are and loves you in the midst of it. Beloved child, as you sink deeper towards sleep, I want to remind you that you are not held by a system or a force, but by a person who loves you, and whose love is older than the night and stronger than death. Underneath are the everlasting arms, as it is written in Deuteronomy 33:27. Whatever else gives way beneath you, those arms do not. When you let go of the day, you do not fall into emptiness, you fall into the everlasting arms. They have held every generation that came before you, every weary soul that has ever laid down at the end of a hard day, every frightened child who could not see in the dark, and they have never once failed to hold. They will hold you now. There is no floor beneath the everlasting arms, and there is no need for one, because the arms themselves are the floor, and they go down farther than any falling. Let my peace settle over you now, the peace that does not depend on understanding. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. As it is written in Philippians 4:6-7. Did you hear what that peace does? It guards. It stands watch over your heart and your mind through the night like a sentry who never tires. You do not have to guard your own mind tonight against the thoughts that would steal your sleep. The peace of God will guard it for you, standing at the door of your heart, turning away the anxious thoughts that come knocking, keeping the inner room quiet so that you can rest. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid, as it is written in John 14:27. The world gives peace by removing the trouble, and so the world's peace is fragile, lasting only as long as nothing goes wrong. But the peace I give is not the absence of trouble. It is a presence in the midst of it, a deep stillness at the center of your being that the storms on the surface cannot reach. I am placing that peace within you now, settling it into the deepest part of you like calm water at the bottom of a well, untouched by the wind that moves across the top. Let your heart cease its troubling. Let your fear quiet itself and lie down. Beloved child, you have spent so much of your life trying to be strong, and I have loved you in your striving, but tonight I want to give you the gift of being held instead of holding. You do not have to be strong while you sleep. You do not have to be capable, or productive, or impressive, or even awake. You only have to rest and let yourself be loved. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. As it is written in Jeremiah 31:3, my love for you does not pause when you stop performing. It does not increase when you achieve and decrease when you fail. It is everlasting, which means it was loving you before you did anything at all, and it will be loving you while you lie here doing nothing but breathing in the dark. Rest in that love. Let it hold you the way the water holds a swimmer who finally stops fighting and floats. There is nothing you must prove to me before you close your eyes. There is no account you must settle, no failure you must atone for, no perfection you must reach. The day is over, and whatever it held, whatever you did or left undone, I have already met you in it with mercy. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. As it is written in Psalm 103:12, whatever weighs on your conscience tonight, whatever you wish you had done differently, lay it down at the foot of that mercy and leave it there. Do not carry it into your sleep. Do not let it whisper to you in the dark. I have removed it as far as the east is from the west, a distance with no end, a separation that can never be closed. You are forgiven, and you may sleep as one who is at peace with God. Beloved child, let me quiet the racing of your mind. I know how it runs in the dark, replaying conversations, rehearsing tomorrow, multiplying problems that have not even arrived. The mind that was made to rest in me has been trained instead to run, and tonight I am gently teaching it to be still again. Cast every anxious thought to me as it rises. Do not fight them, do not argue with them, simply hand them to me one by one as they come. The way you would hand a heavy stone to someone standing beside you with open hands. We take captive every thought and make it obedient, as it is written in 2 Corinthians 10:5. You do not have to follow every thought wherever it wants to lead you through the night. When a worried thought rises, you can let it pass through and out of you, releasing it into my keeping, and return your attention to the simple fact of my nearness. I am here. I am here. I am here. Let that be the rhythm that carries you down into sleep. Breathe slowly, beloved child, and as you breathe, let each breath be a small letting go. Breathe in my peace, and breathe out the tension of the day. Breathe in my presence, and breathe out the fear of tomorrow. Breathe in the stillness of my spirit, and breathe out the noise that filled your hours. The breath you breathe is itself a gift from me, given to you freshly in this very moment without any effort of your own. A quiet reminder that the one who sustains your breathing will sustain you through the night. Let the Lord, who formed the breath within you, breathe his peace through you now. With each slow breath, sink a little deeper into rest, a little farther from the cares of the day, a little closer to the sweet sleep I am giving you. Remember the young boy, Samuel, sleeping in the temple, when my voice came to him in the night, as told in 1 Samuel 3. He did not know at first that it was I who was calling, but he learned to answer simply, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." Even in sleep, the soul that loves me remains tender toward my voice. So, as you drift into rest tonight, you do not need to strain to hear me or fear that you will miss me. My presence will keep watch over you through the night, and if there is anything I wish to whisper to your spirit while you sleep, I will whisper it gently, and your heart will receive it without effort, the way good soil receives the rain in the night and is watered without even knowing. Beloved child, I am turning your sleep itself into something holy. It is not merely the body shutting down. It is a daily act of trust, a small surrender in which you confess with your whole being that you are not the one keeping the world alive, that you can let go and the morning will still come, that you can close your eyes and be safe, because the one who loves you does not close his. Every night that you lie down and sleep is a quiet sermon preached by your own resting body, declaring that you trust me. And every morning that you wake is my faithful answer, proving that your trust was not misplaced. So sleep tonight as an act of worship, surrendering the day into my hands and trusting me with the night. Let go now of the need to know how everything will turn out. The future you have been trying to see into the dark is fully known to me, and I am already there, waiting for you, having gone ahead to prepare the way. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future, as it is written in Jeremiah 29:11. You do not have to hold tomorrow together tonight. Tomorrow already belongs to me, and I am keeping it for you with the same faithfulness that has kept every yesterday. Release your grip on what you cannot see, and trust that the unseen road ahead is held by hands that love you. There is freedom in not having to know. There is rest in letting the future be mine. Beloved child, I am drawing the darkness around you now like a curtain, not the darkness of fear, but the gentle darkness of rest, the kindly dark that I myself created and called good, the dark in which seeds germinate and bodies heal and weary souls are restored. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. As it is written in Psalm 91:1, the shadow of the Almighty is not a frightening thing, it is a shelter, the cool shade where you are hidden from the heat, the covering where nothing can find you that I do not allow. You are dwelling in that shelter tonight. You are resting in that shadow. The darkness around you is not empty, and it is not your enemy. It is the shadow of the one who is keeping you, and within it you are entirely safe. Let the weight of your eyelids be a mercy. Let the heaviness settling over your limbs be a gift. There is no struggle required to fall asleep in my keeping, no effort to summon, no battle to win. Sleep is something I give, not something you achieve. He grants sleep to those he loves. As it is written in Psalm 127:2, you do not have to chase rest tonight as though it were running from you. You have only to receive it from my hand as the gift it is, opening to it the way a flower opens to the dew, without striving, without grasping, simply yielding to what I am giving. Let yourself be loved into sleep. Beloved child, perhaps a quiet fear still lingers somewhere in you, the fear that in sleep you slip out of my sight, that the unconscious hours are a place where I cannot follow. Let me lay that fear to rest forever. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me, your right hand will hold me fast. As it is written in Psalm 139:7-10, there is no place deep enough in sleep that my hand cannot reach you there. There is no darkness thick enough to hide you from my care. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. As it is written in Psalm 139:8, wherever the night takes you, I have already gone before you, and I am waiting there to hold you. And hear this, beloved child, for it was written for nights like yours. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. As it is written in Psalm 139:11-12, the darkness that frightens you is not dark to me at all. The night you cannot see through is as bright to my eyes as noon. While you sleep blind in the dark, I am watching over you in perfect light, seeing you clearly, missing nothing, keeping you with a sight that the night cannot dim. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. As it is written in Psalm 139:5, you are surrounded, beloved child, hemmed in on every side by my keeping, with my hand resting gently upon you as you sleep, the way a mother lays her hand on the back of her sleeping child just to feel the breathing and know that all is well. Beloved child, let me teach you the deepest secret of rest, the secret that Moses learned at the edge of the sea. The people were trapped, the water before them and the army of Egypt thundering behind them, and they cried out in terror, certain they would perish. And what did Moses tell them? The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. As it is written in Exodus 14:14, be still. In the moment of greatest danger, with the enemy bearing down and no way of escape that they could see, the command was not to fight harder or run faster, but to be still and let me fight for them. And I did. I opened the sea that no man could open, and they walked through on dry ground. And the thing they were powerless to do, I did while they simply stood still and watched. There is a battle you have been fighting that was never yours to fight. You have exhausted yourself striving against an enemy you cannot defeat by your own strength, lying awake at night strategizing, worrying, rehearsing the fight. But tonight, I am saying to you what I said at the sea. Be still, and let me fight for you. Lay down your weapons and your worry and your endless plans, and let the one who opens seas go to war on your behalf while you rest. The Lord himself will fight for you. You need only to be still. The deliverance you have been trying to force into being, I will accomplish in ways you could not imagine, and you will wake to find that the waters have parted while you slept. Beloved child, you are not unseen. I know there are nights when you feel utterly overlooked, when it seems that no one knows the full weight of what you carry, when your struggle is invisible to everyone around you. But remember Hagar, alone and weeping in the wilderness, cast out and forgotten by everyone, certain that she and her child would die unnoticed in the wastes. And there, in that lonely place, I met her, and I provided for her, and she gave me a name out of her wonder. You are the God who sees me, as told in Genesis 16:13. She had thought herself invisible, and she discovered that she had been seen all along by the one whose eyes never leave his children. You are the God who sees me. Let that be your comfort tonight. In the privacy of your room, in the dark where no one can see your face, in the quiet where no one hears the cry of your heart, I see you. I have seen every tear you hid today. I have seen the burden you carried without complaint. I have seen the kindness you showed that no one noticed, and the pain you bore that no one knew. The eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to him. As it is written in 2 Chronicles 16:9, you are not lost in the crowd of the world. You are seen and known and cherished by name, and the God who sees you is keeping watch over you tonight with eyes full of love. Beloved child, look at how I care for the smallest of my creatures, and let it teach your heart to rest. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? As it is written in Matthew 6:26, the birds do not lie awake at night worrying about tomorrow's food. They do not toss and turn over barns they have not filled. They simply trust the provision of their Maker, and not one of them falls to the ground apart from my care. And you, beloved child, are worth more to me than many sparrows. If I feed the birds who neither sow nor reap, will I not provide for you? See how the lilies of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. As it is written in Matthew 6:28 and 29, the flowers do not strive to be beautiful. They simply grow where I have planted them, and let me clothe them in a glory that outshines kings. So do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Your heavenly Father knows that you need them. As it is written in Matthew 6:25 and 32, I already know every need you will have tomorrow, and I have already begun to meet it. So let the worry fall from you tonight like a garment you no longer need, and rest in the care of the Father who clothes the lilies and feeds the birds, and loves you far more than both. Beloved child, let me settle the fear of the night with the story of a man who slept among lions. Daniel was thrown into the den of lions for the crime of praying to me, and the stone was rolled over the mouth of the pit, and he was left there through the long night surrounded by beasts that should have torn him apart. And the king, who could not sleep for worry, hurried to the den at the first light of dawn and cried out, Has your God been able to rescue you? And Daniel answered from within the pit, My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions, as told in Daniel 6. All through that dark night, while the king lay awake in his palace, Daniel rested in the den, kept safe by an angel who closed the jaws of every lion. There may be lions in your night too, fears that prowl in the dark and threaten to devour your peace, dangers that seem ready to tear apart your rest. But the same God who shut the mouths of the lions for Daniel is keeping watch over your pit tonight. I have set my angel at the door of your rest, and the things that prowl cannot touch you, for I have shut their mouths. The Lord will rescue me from every evil attack and will bring me safely to his heavenly kingdom. As it is written in 2 Timothy 4:18, Sleep among the lions if you must, beloved child, but sleep without fear, for the one who delivered Daniel is delivering you, and you will wake to the dawn unharmed, and your testimony will be the same as his. My God sent his angel, and he kept me through the night. Beloved child, I am calling your soul home to its rest. It has wandered far today, chasing after 100 things, scattered across 100 worries, and now I am gathering it back to the one place where it was made to dwell. Return to your rest, my soul, for the Lord has been good to you. As it is written in Psalm 116:7, speak that word over your own weary soul tonight. Return to your rest. You have been good to me, Lord, and so I will return and cease my striving, and come home to the rest that you alone can give. My soul finds rest in God alone. My salvation comes from him. As it is written in Psalm 62:1, not in the resolution of every problem, not in the approval of every person, not in the security of every circumstance, but in me alone your soul finds the rest it has been searching for in all the wrong places. Find rest, O my soul, in God alone. My hope comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will not be shaken. As it is written in Psalm 62:5 and 6, A fortress is a place you go to be safe through the night, a high tower with strong walls where the enemy cannot reach you, where you can finally lay down your armor and sleep. I am that fortress for you. Within my walls you are unshakable, not because no storm comes against you, but because the walls do not fall. Come inside tonight. Bolt the door of worry behind you. Climb to the inner chamber of my peace and lie down, for within the fortress of God, nothing can shake the soul that rests there. Beloved child, while you sleep, I am restoring what the day depleted in you. There is a healing that happens only in rest, a mending of the worn and frayed places that you cannot accomplish by effort, that comes only when you finally stop and let me work. I will refresh the weary and satisfy the faint, as it is written in Jeremiah 31:25. The weariness in your bones, the heaviness in your heart, the depletion in your spirit, I am tending all of it through the hours of your sleep. He restores my soul, as it is written in Psalm 23:3. To restore means to bring back what was lost, to return something worn to its original strength. Whatever today wore down in you, I am restoring it tonight, quietly, gently, while you do nothing but rest in my care. This is the rest my son spoke of when he saw how tired his disciples had become, when there was so much demanded of them that they had no time even to eat. He did not drive them harder. He said to them, "Come away by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." As it is written in Mark 6:31, "Come away with me now, beloved child, to the quiet place I have prepared for you, away from the crowds and the noise and the endless demands. Here there is nothing required of you but to rest. Here I will satisfy the faint and refresh the weary and restore the soul that gave so much today. Lie down in the quiet place and let me do the deep and gentle work of making you whole again while you sleep. Beloved child, let your last thought as you drift away be of my faithfulness, the faithfulness that has never once failed in all the history of the world. The sun has risen over every dark night that ever fell. The morning has come to every soul that ever feared it would not. Not one of my children who lay down in my keeping has been abandoned in the dark. Great is your faithfulness. As it is written in Lamentations 3:23, you can stake your rest on it, the way you stake your weight on solid ground without a second thought, for my faithfulness is more certain than the rising of the sun. The one who watches over you will not let your foot slip. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night, as it is written in Psalm 121:3, 5, and 6. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore, as it is written in Psalm 121:7 and 8. You're coming into sleep tonight, I am watching over it. You're going out into the morning, I am watching over it. The whole passage of your night from this moment until the dawn is held within my keeping, every hour accounted for, every breath sustained, every danger turned aside. You are kept, beloved child. You are kept now, and you will be kept forever. So close your eyes upon the faithfulness that has never failed, and let the certainty of my keeping carry you down into the deepest and sweetest rest. Beloved child, there is a peace that comes the very moment you hand your burden over, before anything in your situation has changed at all. Remember Hannah, who carried a grief so deep that she wept and could not eat, who poured out her anguished heart before me in the temple until her lips moved without sound. And when she had finally given her burden to me, when she had at last poured it all out and left it in my hands, the account says she went her way and ate, and her face was no longer downcast. As told in 1 Samuel 1:18, her circumstances had not yet changed. The thing she longed for had not yet come, but she had given her burden to me, and the weight lifted from her face the moment she let it go. That same lifting is waiting for you tonight. Pour out your heart before me now, all of it, the grief you have not spoken, the longing you have not named, the worry that has bent your face toward the ground. Do not hold any of it back, and do not be careful or polite about it. Pour out your hearts to Him, for God is our refuge, as it is written in Psalm 62:8. And when you have poured it all out and left it in my hands, you will find that your face can lift again, that you can rest again, that the heaviness can give way to peace, even before the answer comes, because the burden is no longer yours to carry through the night. It is mine now, and I am awake with it, and you are free to sleep. Beloved child, do not be afraid of the deep waters you may have to pass through, for I have promised to be with you in the very midst of them. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. As it is written in Isaiah 43:2. I did not promise that there would be no waters and no fire. I promised something better, that I would be with you in them, and that they would not overwhelm you. The waters that look deep enough to drown you will not close over your head, because I am holding you above them. The fire that looks fierce enough to consume you will not so much as singe you, because I am walking through it at your side. So even if your night carries you through deep places, rest, for the one walking through them with you has never been swept away and has never been burned. And if you come to this night feeling weak, with nothing left to offer, hear the word I gave to my servant Paul when he begged me to take his weakness away. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. As it is written in 2 Corinthians 12:9, you do not have to be strong tonight for me to keep you. In fact, it is precisely in your weakness that my power rests most fully upon you, like a covering that settles over the places where you have nothing left. So do not despise the weakness you feel as you lie down depleted. It is the very place where my strength will be made perfect. When I am weak, then I am strong, for the power of Christ rests upon me. Let your weakness become a resting place for my power tonight, and sleep, not in your own strength, which has run out, but in mine, which never does. Beloved child, even from the deepest place a cry reaches me. When my servant Jonah was in the belly of the great fish, in the darkness of the deep, with the waters closing over him and the seaweed wrapped around his head, he cried out to me from that lowest place, and I heard him. In my distress I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead I called for help, and you listened to my cry. As told in Jonah 2:2, there is no place so deep, no darkness so total, no hour so far down in the night that your cry cannot reach me. If you wake in the small hours and the deep waters seem to be closing over you, cry out from wherever you are, and know that I am listening, and that I have never once failed to answer a child who called to me from the depths. Beloved child, the hour has come for your rest, and I will send you into it with a blessing, the ancient blessing I gave my people to speak over one another at the close of the day, the words that have covered the sleep of generation after generation of those I love. Receive it now over your own resting form. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. As it is written in Numbers 6:24-26, I am blessing you tonight. I am keeping you. My face is turned toward you, shining with love over the place where you lie, and I am giving you peace, the deep and settled peace that is my gift to my children at the end of the day. Let those words rest over you like a hand laid gently on your head in benediction. The Lord bless you and keep you. You are kept. The Lord make his face shine upon you. You are seen, and the light of my favor is upon you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. You are at peace, for the face of God is turned toward you in love, and there is nothing to fear when the one who made you is watching over you with shining eyes. Carry this blessing down into your sleep, and let it be the covering under which you rest until the morning comes. Beloved child, as you grow heavier with rest, let me leave you with the assurance that will hold you through every hour until morning. You are not alone. You have never been alone, not in the brightest day nor the darkest night. I am with you always, to the very end of the age, as it is written in Matthew 28:20. Always means tonight. Always means in the deep of your sleep when you are unaware of anything at all. Always means in the small hours when the world is at its quietest and you are at your most defenseless. I am with you, awake over your rest, present in your absence, faithful in your unconsciousness, loving you without ceasing while you sleep. So lay it all down now, beloved child. Lay down the day with all its labor. Lay down the worry with all its weight. Lay down the questions you could not answer and the problems you could not solve and the people you could not save. Lay down your strength and your striving and your need to hold it all together. And in their place, take up rest, the deep and holy rest that comes from trusting the one who never sleeps. Let my peace cover you. Let my presence surround you. Let the everlasting arms hold you. And let the sweet sleep I am giving carry you gently through the night and into the new mercies that are already waiting, fresh and full, for the morning. Rest now, beloved child. Rest now. I am keeping watch, and I will be here when you wake. Sleep in peace, for I love you, and I am holding you, and nothing in all creation can take you from my hand. The night is mine, and you are mine, and you are safe. Sleep, beloved child. Sleep and rest and trust and know that you are loved with a love that never sleeps and never fails and never ends. Good night, beloved child, rest in me.